All right, everybody, welcome in. How are you? Welcome in, air signs. Welcome in, air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Feel free to swap around the energies. As always, I could be talking to a cross watcher. If you're looking for the July or the mid-July individual zodiac readings, boom, boom, there they are. All right, let's see where we go here. What is going on for you, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius? Put a little protection around yourself. I'm feeling we're just sliding into Leo season right about now. And that can be, fiery and interesting and all kinds of cool stuff. So let's see what's going on for you guys. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies a great bounty. Answering the call and grounding. Go deep and explore. There's something here about going deep. I did a channeling that I put up Wednesday, so I'll definitely, I guess it's over here. I'll get a link for that for you. My guides, Isobel and Isaac, so funny, such a team. Somebody called them the Wonder Twin Powers the other day, and I thought that was just really apt because that feels that way to me. This feels to me like going deep. We've been talking a lot about rise. We've been talking a lot about ascension. We've been talking a lot about how things are splitting off like this. I feel like those of you who are on the path here, on your path to your higher calling, is going to require you to go deep. So there's a little polarity here. There's a little duality here in this, but it's almost like in that channeling, what was interesting is that when we talk about like the going higher, there's a lot of people who need assistance. And I don't mean to say that they're low or anything like that. I don't mean that. What I mean is the energy of people who need your help may not be in the highest of frequencies. So if you are really ratcheting up your frequencies, you're really ratcheting up your high vibration, awesome. But it does need some grounding. All right. It needs a little grounding. And that's what might be happening here at the end of July. Excuse me. It does feel like it's a time to shift from something you're doing for money and only for money. There's no satisfaction in it. There's no fulfillment in it. There's no real feeling of calling. It's time to shift into the calling, okay? And ground it in something real. Like make some real tangible steps toward your calling right now. Okay? So let's see where we go. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. 6 of Pentacles. Judgment, Queen of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, Hermit energy there, Ace of Swords. So Ace of Swords, right in the timing position. Those of you who take my tarot class know that that's my timing spot. The Ace of Swords is about recognizing your truth, and Queen of Swords right above it as well. There can be a little bit of fighting for a cause here, or fighting for your beliefs. See a lot of Sag here. A lot of Sag. There's Gemini. So Virgo, Sag, Pisces, more Sag, and Gemini here. This is really about turning your back on any and all judgments. Okay, making a good decision, making a good choice for yourself. And I feel like by standing your ground or standing up for what you believe in, or recognizing that this is my calling, right? Go back to the beginning here. Recognizing that this is my calling moves things forward. Okay. I feel like things have been stuck for a little while in the kind of rumination or the kind of feeling of like, how dare I think I have a big calling? Oh, I'm sure I don't have a big calling. Yeah. If this reading is resonating for you, you definitely do. I mean, we all have a calling. And this is about those of you who it's time to step into it because people need your help. The two down here are folks who are seeking assistance, seeking help. And this needs to be in a real tangible way. You need to create something that's tangible for people, so that they can really connect with you. In many ways, you're stepping into your healer, teacher, guide, spirit leadership, spiritual leadership here with the Hermit. And this may be quiet. It may be very quiet. You may be internally doing this and not really showing it to too many people. Now, this does become your work, 8 of Pentacles. And I do feel like you're attracting in someone who is who's either a partner or a love interest, right? Like, this doesn't feel like a love reading to me, but what it does feel like is a partnership reading. It feels like you're finding your muse, okay? There might be someone who's really inspiring to you, or someone who has given you the courage, right, to stand up for what you believe in, someone who's supporting you in an emotional, spiritual kind of way. And it gives you the confidence. I think what was missing here was the confidence to really make this leap. Okay, to make this leap. 8 of Pentacles, Temperance, and the Lovers. There's a big decision happening at the end of July. There's this moment in time when the choice needs to be made. Okay, so some of us are standing at this crossroads. That's what Judgment card's all about. Been standing there for a while. Like, you see it, Queen of Swords, you see it. You see the Wheel of Fortune right in front of you. And this is about going for it, okay? Going for the destiny, going for the downs, going for the, the full 9 yards. Let's see how many football references I can get into this, into this video. Let's clarify a little bit here. The only one I haven't really talked about here is the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords can be, you might be engendering or sparking some anger in other people, or you might be moving forward very quickly. Once you are in alignment, things move forward fast. If you have been like trudging along, or feeling like things are kind of the opposite of what you want, or things aren't really, there's not a lot of movement. You put a lot more effort in than the payback, whatever that payback is. Fulfillment, clients, money, time, partnership, whatever it is, whatever. I feel it's almost like I feel like you're solving the wrong, you're asking the wrong question, or you're trying to solve the wrong problem. And what I mean by that is, if this is about shifting into a calling, then why are we trying to figure out your vacation time at a corporate job? Well, okay, maybe you're going to use that vacation to move into your calling. Okay, that's in alignment. Then that vacation request will get approved, okay? Because the universe is like saying, if you're resisting this calling, you're feeling it right now. You're feeling it in some really important way. Things feel like they're coming to a breaking point, or they're coming to a breakthrough, not breakdown, but breakthrough, break open, crossroads, moment in time. I'm going to clarify this Judgment card, please. Wheel of Fortune again, Empress, Ace of Cups, Knight of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, and the 6 of Pentacles. So I'm asking about the Judgment card, and what I got was very interesting. I got what comes after the Wheel of Fortune, which is, hey, look at this, being celebrated, new beginnings, fresh starts, loving energies coming in. You might be resisting a love partner, okay? I see this Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, somebody who is going to help you in this. So we're going back to the beginning here. Like, if you've been trying to do this all on your own, now there's a partner. Now there's a support system. Now there's somebody who's investing. Now there's partnership. Now there's partnership. This makes me feel like when we're moving forward, we're seeing that this is happening. It's It's like, which comes first, the chicken or the egg? Does your awareness of your mission come first and then you make a decision? Or are you kind of pushed into it and then go, I'm here? Like, which one is it? It can be different for each one of you. You might have both those things might be true. Okay. We're talking about timelines. And yesterday, I think yesterday's morning message, I talked about timelines. But you're choosing a timeline here. I'm going to look at the Ace of Swords. Please clarify the Ace of Swords, and then I'll do the Knight of Swords. Queen of Wands, Six of Wands, Strength. I love this. Seven of Swords, Four of Pentacles, and the Emperor. So there's something here about force. There's a really good book, Force versus Power. And that book is written by a doctor of kinesiology who has studied muscle tests about how people are experiencing different, you're asked a question and you either agree with it or you don't. And in those tests, they determine the level of frequency, how much you agree with something or how high in vibration you are is like directly correlates to power, not force. Force is like shove, right? Like when you get frustrated, it's coming from a place of, damn it, I'm going to do it. Emperor, right? Like, screw what y'all want. I'm the emperor. This is the law of the land. That's the force. But what's going on here with the Ace of Swords is it's about your power. It's about you being able to stand in the light of your power, feel like, even though there's these Seven of Swords and the Four of Pentacles, I feel like other people might be trying to steal from you, or other people are sapping energy from you. And that might get you to the place of feeling like I just got to force something. But I wouldn't do that. I feel like that is when you're going to get this Knight of Swords. You're going to get this force, right? Like, and so I'll in the extended, I'll talk more about power versus force because I have the book right over there, but I don't want to get up and do it now. But what is this Knight of Swords? Clarify the Knight of Swords. Four of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, the World, wow, Tower, Ten of Wands, and the Fool. So it almost feels to me like everything on the outside looks great, but there's something going on inside, something you are dragging around or holding on to needs to be cut loose in order for this decision, in order for your calling to really move forward. You cannot do it all, right? You can't do it all. That's what's going on here with the Six of Pentacles. You can't do it all. So I'm seeing that if everything looks good on the surface, that's coming to an end because it really was unsustainable. Something that's unsustainable is going to get pushed out now. And so it would behoove you to consider anything in your life that's unsustainable right now. If you can move away from that, if you can let something go, right, and be aligned with, this isn't going to work. This isn't going to work long term. I've got to move out of this. I got to make a new choice. All right. So I'm going to continue on with this air signs. I will look at Sag, Pisces, Virgo, more Sag here. And I'll look at Gemini. It looks like Gemini is coming up too here as an added bonus, maybe another air sign. All right. Link is below air sign. Otherwise, fire sign starts right now. All right, fire sign, what is up with you? Let's see where we're going. Back by popular demand, I'm going to be doing a basics of birth chart class next week, an astrology class next week. So there's a link below if you want to join up. It's going to be fun, and it's a live interactive class, so ask your questions. If you wondered what the heck that Chiron means, right? In your particular birth chart. Where's Charlie? All right, let's see where we go for fire signs. Sag, Aries, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is going on for you guys right now? What is going on for you guys? Begin now. Take your first step. I get that. Breaking trail, a breakthrough is at hand. I think I talked about that in the air sign reading too. Transformation, a fresh new way of living emerges. Is this what you've been waiting for? Maybe. All right. So some of you, I don't remember all the readings individually, but I definitely remember feeling that fire signs were going to have a new beginning. I think I've been saying that for a little while now. So the breakthrough is at hand. Let's see where we go here. Okay. Sag, Aries, Leo. In the extended, I will do whatever zodiac signs show up. Plus, I'll pull some cards for Sag, Aries, and Leo as it relates to this reading. There it is. Ace of Swords. There you are. Ace of Swords, Six of Cups, Three of Wands, the Eight of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Seven of Swords right in the middle there. This is my timing card. For those of you who take my tarot class, you know that. Three of Pentacles, Temperance, Judgment, and the Five of Cups. All right. I want to get one thing here that I don't usually do. Okay. The overarching energy of the reading is the World. And that can be about a clarity that is coming through, or that you might not have seen yet, but that there is closure on some existing relationship, closure on some existing situation, an ending to something. And you may feel a little bit like, if this is a person, you may feel like it just kind of fades away, or they sneak away. There's sneaky energy. The Seven of Swords feels sneaky to me. I feel like it's a while before you go, oh, wait a second, they're gone. Now, this person could come back, could be coming back around right about now. The Six of Cups and the Three of Wands. This is something that you've wanted to happen. A person coming back around that you've wanted to happen. Eight of Wands, moving forward together. I love this deck. This is the mythic deck. The little two dolphins together moving forward, getting along. I was just talking to a friend of mine on the phone this morning, and she's been dating somebody for maybe a few weeks, and there's all these problems and everything. And I'm just like, you know what? In the beginning of something that's good, it should be light and fun for a while, maybe a year or two. There shouldn't be huge problems. Okay. If something is going to be good and healthy, it should start out happy. It should. It really should. If there's all this angst and all this difficulty and all these problems, I know that there might be some people who really love those kinds of relationships. I'm stating my opinion here that in the beginning, there should be kind of this light energy. Now, I feel like there's an ending here, a closure to something. It feels to me like you may have someone coming back around to you that ended naturally a while ago. Okay, it felt like maybe it ended with some truth being told, and then it was like, okay. And maybe years later, this person comes back. And I don't know if you've ever had this experience, but that's what this looks like to me, that someone comes back around and it goes okay for just a little while. And then, bam, there's an awareness of some lies. It could be okay for a couple of years, Two Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, or something like that. There could be this feeling of smooth sailing for a little while. The Seven of Swords in here, I'm going to clarify, because that does feel a little bit sneaky. I feel like this person might be, initially, you think you're the only one. There might be other people that they're dating. That might happen. There might be no commitment made here. So they're being sneaky about it, though. And if there's no commitment made, then they're really doing nothing wrong. But there was a prior contract with this person that we were committed, right? Look at this. This could even be twin flame energy about we are connected. And the revelation that there's this dealing with other people, Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, maybe for a couple of years or something like that, that can be like a whoa. kind of feeling. Wait a second, that's not what I signed up for. And this breakthrough kind of shows you like what you're wanting to have. It's possible that this person comes back and there's really no kind of joint understanding of what we're doing here. So you might be in the place of what you might be always asking this person, or feel like, I'm not sure if we're committed or not. I'm not sure where we're going. I'm not sure what this person wants. I'm not sure what I want, right? Like there's this lack of clarity here. And in the past, this might have ended because there was some shining moment of truth where you're like, oh, no, I don't want that, right? Like that happened. It can also be a foreshadowing of this, because I do feel like there's some kind of truth that you're aligned with that is not in alignment with this person, but 80% of the rest of the relationship is really good, but there's something that is like a deal breaker. Okay. And it happened before and it's happening again here. Now there's Sag energy here of like the coming together has been, the spirit has brought you together with this person again. This is a destined, ordained kind of, it's likely that you didn't get all the juice out of the previous relationship that you needed to. You didn't learn what you needed to learn, or you didn't hear what you needed to hear. And now this person's back and you're like, gosh, why did we even break up? Oh, that's why. Okay. There's some kind of like, everything's fine. Everything. Wait a second. I don't know what that is. I'll clarify in a second. Judgment and the 5 of Cups in this person. 5 of Cups is them leaving you behind. Now, maybe they did that in the past. That they were unreliable. That they just closed the relationship and off they went. Something like that. All right. Please clarify the 7 of Swords, and then I'll clarify the 5 of Cups. The 7 of Swords, Empress, King of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Star, Page of Cups, and the 4 of Pentacles. I feel like this person, I see Aquarius here. I see Taurus and Libra. I'm feeling really a lot like Taurus. Okay. Like this person is somebody, and they don't have to be, an actual Taurus, but they can have the qualities or the sensibilities, or the thing that's not going to work between you two is their sense of money, their sense of what they value is your values differ in a big way. Okay. And there is this like nice wanting to heal and like this hope. This is actually hope. Okay. And it's like, oh, wow. I'm having like this fantasy of this being an amazing thing. And then this person does do something that they hold back. They're cheap. They're, the money philosophy does not match. So you might be someone who likes to save, and this person spends like a drunken sailor. This person, may hold back or be secretive about money. They may be somebody who is not really thoughtful. So they go to the store and, on their way home from work, and they pick up some sushi for themselves, or they pick up some dinner for themselves, and they come home and they're like, oh yeah, I didn't get anything for you. They're cheap. There's something like that here. And I feel like they are secretive about their finances. Whether they have a ton or they have nothing, I don't think you'll know. I think that that's a big secret to them. Okay, that's the 7 of Swords. It's a big secret. So what is the 5 of Cups here? The 5 of Cups, 10 of Wands, 8 of Swords, 9 of Wands, Knight of Cups, Page of Pentacles, and 9 of Pentacles. This person gets their self-confidence from other people. I feel like there's somebody who is very insecure in the big picture of things. I feel like they have a lot of baggage, a lot of mindsets that don't match yours. And this person is is in love with love. I love to be in love.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
I'm sorry. Siri, you didn't get that? I love to be in love. Oh my God. They get their they get their confidence from other people. And so I feel like this person goes into relationships in this big kind of way, love bombing. And then they suck the energy from you and then they go. Nine of Pentacles. And this is about you learning this lesson. So you might be forgetting what happened before. You know how we conveniently forget, like, oh yeah, until it happens again, we're like, oh, that happened again. All right. So I don't really see too much. I see here, this could be another fire sign or an Aquarius. I see, I'm gonna do Taurus and Aquarius and Libra, because that's what I'm seeing here. And then I'll pull Sag cards, but I'll pull some cards for you guys individually. Sag, Aries, Leo, just give you extra guidance here. All right. Link is below if you want to continue on. If this is your story, we'll see where it takes us. Otherwise, the Earth sign reading starts right now. Hey, Earth signs, how you doing today? Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. This is for you for this weekend. I hope you're doing great. I will pull some cards in the extended for each Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, just to give you a little more personalized. But if you're looking for your individual zodiac readings, there's a link in the description box. I don't know if I can put one here because we've already put it in the air reading or the fire reading for mid-July. I did an individual reading for mid-July and also for July. Next week, we're going to be talking about August, but let's see where we are right now. Deep breath, deep breath. Next week, I'll be doing a basics of birth chart class, astrology class. Figure out what that little birth chart says. Okay, so that's going to happen next week. Link is in the description box below. Ascending the mountain. Keep going forward. View from above. Get the big picture. That's a nice balance. That is a really nice balance. Stay focused. Hold the course. So some of you are really good right now at, it's almost like toggling back and forth between the big picture and your day-to-day efforts. That's awesome. And if you're not there, this is saying to you that the way to do that is just stay focused, okay? Stay focused on what you want to accomplish. Stay focused on what you are trying to put into the world, what you're trying to expand in your own life. Just stay focused on that, because that will allow you to be like, okay, here's the picture of what I want to create. And then every single effort I make today is in service to that. So you'll find that if you are out of alignment, what you're doing is you have this image of what you want to create. Maybe you don't know exactly what it is, but you know how you want to feel doing it, right? Work or love or whatever it is. Like you are creating this giant roadmap or this giant picture, this mural, okay, of what you want to create. And then, okay, what can I do today? The nuts and bolts of things. What can I do step by step by step to get myself closer to that? If you're out of alignment, then you have this picture, but what you're doing every single day has nothing to do with that picture. And that's going to feel really like, ugh, right? You're going to have trouble sleeping. You're going to have, because you're like, I'm not doing enough. But that in itself, earth signs can be, it can be a testament to your resourcefulness and also your ability to get things done that you think you never do enough. And that's extreme toxicity in your life, because you have to give yourself a break. You can only do so much. And every single day, it's about learning that the building of the picture is as much fun, or make it as much fun, or has as much joy as the actual getting there. So, a little analogy of taking a road trip, right? Like, let's have a fun car. Let's stop at cool places along the way. It's not just about getting from Maine to LA. It's about what's all the little cool stuff along the way and who you're with. sometimes I think it's not the journey, it's the people that you ride with that can make things, well, obviously they can make things better or worse, but like you get to decide who's in that car with you. All right, you do. Page of Wands. Okay, Page of Wands is very inspirational and innovative and maybe making some changes about how you're doing that. The Empress Club. I have something called the Empress Club over on Facebook. Okay, well, we'll see where we go. That's all about twin flame, and it is about it's a nice community that we have co-created together, and it is about relationships. It's also about twin flames and soulmates and all of that. So hey, if you want to join the Empress Club, please come along. The Chariot, the Ace of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, Nine of Wands, Death, Seven of Pentacles. There's that energy. Three of Swords, Seven of Wands, and the Five of Swords. So what's happening is that you have this image in your head of what you want to create, right? This is the wish, and this is the putting in the effort, and this is the movement. All right, this is the movement. But you're going backwards. Like if you see this in the reading, I don't know if you can look at it upside down, but like it's going that way, and that's back. And in fact, the Empress is looking back. So I feel like you cannot move this forward, right? We're going back. We're still going backward until you end the battle that you have going on inside of you with releasing things, releasing old patterns, releasing people, releasing the need to be perfect, releasing whatever it is that you're doing day to day that isn't in service to that big picture. It's about really ending that struggle. Okay. And you have put a ton of time and effort into this. You've invested a lot in ways of being and ways of doing that aren't getting you anywhere. It's because you believe that they actually are getting you somewhere. You believe that this single-minded direction, this work ethic, this capability, these gifts that you have and everything like that, it's like the way you're putting it into action is keeping you in place, because the Chariot is fast forward movement. It really is. But there's a sense that it's canceling itself out, right? Like, because we're still focused on a fear of success or a fear of failure or a fear of not being enough or something like that, it's canceling out the forward movement. I feel like your intention is to create forward movement, but the day-to-day, like I said, the day-to-day action isn't really supportive of that. And so what you really have to do is there's some healing and clearing that need to happen so that you can move yourself forward. And it's like you're battling the gremlins, you're battling the demons in your own mind and your own living experience that are holding you back, right? This is like a battle inside you this is like stuck in the mud, or like you're feeling like you're stuck in the mud. This is why, the Nine of Wands. So let me, and what's happening right now is that you're finally seeing that that's the thing that has to go. So what can it be? Please clarify the Nine of Wands. That's the Magician showing up. This is about how to manifest. Devil energy. All due respect to Capricorn here. Devil energy, Knight of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, and the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is about some beliefs. Okay, so this is, you're really feeling the Saturn retrograde here and like taking you backwards. It's almost one step. It's not even one step forward, one step back. It's one step forward, 3 steps back. One step forward, 3 steps back. And if you're having that kind of experience of like, wow, I'm really trying to put in massive effort and all of this kind of stuff, the manifestation will happen when the mindset is cleared. So it's like you have to stop doing what you're doing. You can't keep doing the same thing because, you know, right, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is the definition of insanity. So if you're not getting any traction, if you're not getting any movement And you're like, I should be, because this is how I do things, right? Saturn is saying to you, hold up. There's something here around I'm not good enough that needs to be balanced, or that I'm not enough, that I'm not what is needed, or I'm the only one that can do this. I'm the only one that can fix it. Like maybe you need some help, some assistance. Maybe you need some other people around you. Maybe you need to go and learn something new. Maybe you need a guide, because there's a mindset here that says there's an equal amount of fear of success and fear of failure here. Fear of success is essentially that I'm going to get big and other people are going to take pot shots at me, that I'm not going to be able to sustain this, that I'm a fake. And so when I get big and successful, or I realize my dreams, it's going to run away. So why do it? Right? Like there's a little bit of that. The flip side of that, right? We talk about the flip side of things. Fear of success and fear of failure are the same thing in different clothes. Okay. The fear of failure is that I will do all this and I will never be able to succeed because I'm basically fundamentally flawed. So why even do anything? And so there's mindset issues here. Now, first of all, you're not Superman, as much as I want you to be. And that's not healthy. This kind of work ethic is really comes from family. Okay, Charlie, he wants to climb up. Aw, are you really? Yeah, he's really nurturing right now, feeling that. So putting in the time and effort on yourself, giving yourself as much credit. Think about it as if you were talking to someone you loved, another person, okay? Another person. There's interruption. Yep, there's interruption. And it's almost like you need a little bit of a, think of a record that's skipping. Now, some of you may not be old enough to remember vinyl, but if you remember vinyl records and you remember that once in a while they would skip and you had to kind of hit the record player. It's like, oh my God, how old school is that? But that's kind of it. Like your brain is skipping, or your activity is skipping, or something you're doing is stuck. So you gotta kind of do a little bit of hitting the record player. And I think that's what this is, the Seven of Wands. So you can get back on track again. Okay, poopies. So you can get back on track again. And that's the effort that's necessary. It's the mindset. It's the belief. There's a belief under there that I'm a fake. I'm a fraud. I'm not able to really do what I need to do. And so I'm going to put in tons of energy and tons of effort to it. And then see, it didn't work. See, I'm right. Like you're trying to prove yourself right. So what's being asked of you here, the death energy, I like that the magician jumped out, because this is about manifesting in a new mindset, really putting in effort in a new mindset. And part of that might be releasing the need to be a workaholic, releasing the need, or whatever this is from family that has you running in circles, whatever that is. Like in order to feel safe or feel accomplished, I need to do it a certain way, or do a thing the way my family would have done it. Okay, so let me clarify the death card here. King of Wands, Sun, Four of Cups, Ten of Cups. I think that you don't know, or you can't see it yet. You can't see the fully baked thing that's trying to come in, so focused on the negative, or so focused on the failures, or focused on the fact that it's not here yet, that you're like, oh, it's not coming. I'm here to tell you it is. It is. So whatever you're putting effort into is coming. It's just in this midland space that there are some efforts required that are opposite of what you normally would do. Opposite of like, shoulder to the grindstone, nose to the grindstone, shoulder to the wheel, but I only have eyes for you. All right, so let's see where we go. I definitely see Capricorn. So I'm going to be pulling a couple cards for Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo separately from clarifying if you're dealing with people who are Cancerians, Scorpios, Libras, Leos, Gemini. Okay, if you're dealing with any of those, I'll pull cards for those and individual cards for each of you guys in the extended. All right, if this is your reading, there's a link below if you want to continue on with me. If not, the water sign reading starts right now. All right, my darling water signs, you are next. Let's see what's up with you. This is Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. What is going on? So let's see. Let's see. All right. The Phoenix rises into joyful abundance. Oh, I haven't seen that card in a while. I love that. Your effortless effort is fully required. Oh my goodness. Wow. Fulfill your destiny as a cosmic change maker. So this does feel to me like you might be in a situation where you've crashed, or you had crashed, or you had stopped doing something, or you have felt like things are changing radically and you just like couldn't do it anymore. Something like that. You might have been like, oh, I can't do this business anymore. I can't do this job anymore. I can't do this relationship anymore. And so you just get to the place of like, and let it go. When I'm talking about releasing, that is a very strong energy of release where you're just like, I just can't do it. Just can't do it. And you just let it go. And that is what I'll read this to you in the extended. I think your effortless effort is fully required. So it's about doing things differently to fulfill your destiny as a cosmic change maker. Because this effort that got you burned out, or that got you to this place of not being able to do it, whatever that is, not being able to continue on the way you have been, and then just like kind of getting, it's 10 of Wands territory, right? It feels like heavy, and then you just one day stopped, like a car with no oil changes. Okay, at one point the engine will just stop, and that's what's happening here, or what has happened in the past. There we are. 4 of Pentacles. I think you need some other people. 3 of Pentacles, or thinking you could do it all yourself. The Earth reading is kind of similar to this. Nine of Wands played a role in that reading too. Magician, 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. Check you out here. The Hermit, so far Gemini and Virgo here. 2 of Swords, 10 of Swords. Wow. Queen of Swords, Ace of Wands, and the 2 of Pentacles. Very interesting. So this is about manifesting a future, an abundant future, right? Balancing, putting in effort to manifest. We take one step at a time on the direction that we're supposed to take, and we don't get overwhelmed. Okay. If we are in a place where things need to change, looking back, or resisting wisdom, resisting change of any kind, really resisting that, or looking backward and going, oh, wasn't it better then? It's almost like I want to put you in a time machine and send you back to a time in your life when you're like, it was so much better then. I bet you didn't think that. I bet you were like, yeah. But like maybe not having any context. It's now you have context. And the old looking back to something that was this. Why didn't I hold on to it? Or letting go of something that's become too heavy, become too much work, become too much struggle, right? You haven't done that, and that's burning you out. You haven't let go of something that's burning you out. Okay. And now some of you could have created like a monster in your life. You've created an entitled kid, or you've created a spouse that never picks up because you've tried to make the house perfect all the time. And so they're like, oh, well, I don't do anything and the house is perfect all the time. Why do I have to do anything? Like it's like learned helplessness. You might have created around you other people who are entitled or learned or just don't think they have to do anything or don't think they have to give to you or don't think they have to be front and center in the connection or anything like that. And so I think this burns you out. And you're seeing the wisdom now. You're seeing that, oh, I might have created this situation for myself, right? You're now getting inspired because you can just let that go. Just let that go. And realizing that when things were good, or if you, like, let's take that example again, we transport you back into the past to a time where you thought it was really good. But are you seeing the patterns, the seeds of this burnout back then? Are you seeing it? And so this is more about learning how to truly manifest in a way that doesn't create burnout. Some of you might have learned some lessons from your family that it's like a badge of honor to be a workaholic, or that you need to control, and you might not think of it as this way, but like you might think that everything needs to be just so. Like you always need to make dinner every night for everyone. You always need to pack everyone's lunch. You always need to make sure that your wife or your husband has X, Y, and Z. You always need to make sure that blah, 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 blah. And at some point, I feel like that's going to rise up and show up in physical symptoms, show up in burnout, show up in the fact that you're blocking the truth that, oh yeah, guess what? That's codependent behavior. A lot of us are socialized to think we are the ones that have to do everything because that makes us good people or makes us productive people or makes us somehow worthy. And if the house isn't perfect all the time, drop in perfect. You ever heard that phrase? Drop in perfect. Someone could just drop in at any point in time in the day and the house is perfect. And that's a really, I hate to say that, but that's a really, that's a mindset that goes back to the 1950s where we have this unrealistic expectations of ourselves. And it creates burnout, and it creates unhappiness, and it creates a lack of fulfillment, and it creates a toxicity that is unloving to other people, is unloving to ourselves, is hurting ourselves physically, emotionally, spiritually, in so many ways. So what we're doing here is we're crashing an old way. We're crashing an old system. Let me clarify some things here. So clarify the Magician. Fool, Page of Cups, Five of Pentacles, Hanged Man, Six of Wands, and the Page of Swords. There's a fear of lack. When I talk about this, there's a lot of fear that goes along with I'm going to have lack in my life. If I don't do it for everybody, then nothing will happen for me. Well, maybe because you're training people to not give to you. So you could be right about that. And but it's not about not having anything. It's not about being destitute or whatever. I feel like you're putting in the effort in a codependent way, and that's not helpful. It's about seeing the effort that matters. What's the effort that matters? Okay. And that's the thing. That's the message here that will have you riding high again. It's like, let's take a typical day. And at first it might have worked. At first it might have felt really good. And everyone's like, wow, are you great at this? Wow, 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 wow. And it might have worked for a while. But now it's like, oh, I have to keep up this pace. I have to keep up this level of interaction, this level of duty, or this level of self-destruction, so that other people go like, wow, you're amazing. And you're like, oh, I don't know if I can keep this up. You're right. It's unsustainable. What had been created initially got you a lot of praise or a lot of feedback or a lot of yay, yay, yay. And now it's like, oh, I can't keep this up. So it's about a change in perspective here. And it's also about figuring out what's the effort, what stays and what needs to be let go of in order to progress. And I'm going to clarify, I know damn well what Two of Swords and Ten of Swords means, but this Two of Pentacles here, there's a shifting between an old way and a new way. You don't have to dump everything. All right? You don't have to dump everything, right? Two of Pentacles, Sun, Two of Cups. Look at this, Six of Swords and the Three of Cups. Find the fun. Find the joy. If the joy was everybody else patting you on the back, that's the thing that has brought burnout. But what was the joy in the work, or what was the joy in the thing you were doing? Because that creates expansion. And you're right on the cusp of this. Within 2 weeks, the shift can be made. And it's about a shift in perspective so that you're choosing the daily routines. No, you're choosing the daily action, not routines. Systems are good, but when they create squirrel cage kind of spinning without any progress, and in fact sucking you dry of your energy, it's not helpful. So we're going towards happiness, joy, fun, maybe having more fun, maybe having more connection with people, and letting the laundry go for a minute. Letting it go, letting things go that are feeding an egoic kind of pattern here. We are going to step into, and I will do a video about this, we are going to be stepping into Uranus, Mars, North Node conjunction in Taurus happening August 1st. So I will talk more about that. And that is going to be like, do the thing that has value, right? Uranus is like being innovative. Mars is taking action. North Node is, I'm learning to go toward the thing that works for me, that I'm here to do in this life. And that's when things are expanded. And when you're holding on to an old way of doing things, that's the South Node. And there is, it's not a wrong-headedness about that, but there is a regressive feeling to that, a going backwards feeling. All right, so water signs, if this is your reading, you might be dealing with a Virgo, you might be dealing with a Leo, you might be dealing with a Sag or a Pisces. I am going to pull cards for Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio in the extended, and then I'll look at these other signs, okay? All right, if this is your reading, come on along with me. There's a link below. See you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.